今私はですね、CPAC ジャパン六本木で行われています。私の分は今終わりまして、何人ものスピーカーの方がアメリカ人ね、ヨーロッパの方、そして今日はスペシャルゲストとして先ほど彼も話のステージが終わりましたね、ジェイソン・ミラーさんで、彼はこういう経歴なんですね。ご自分でもちょっと言っていただきますけど、トランプさんのね、政治ポリティカルアドバイザーをやった人なんですね。そしてその後2021年このゲッター、まだ新しい SNS のプラットフォームを開始した、その前までは2018年19年スティーブ・バノン、聞いたことあると思います。私も何度もフォローしてます。そのスティーブ・バノンはトランプの誕生、大統領誕生の非常に重要な役割をした。その彼と一緒になってウォールームという、これも非常に世界で一番ポッドキャスト数が政治的な分野で多い、これを彼が一緒に立ち上げたんですね。だからその道のプラットフォームを立ち上げる専門のプロで、政治のプロでもある。その彼が今回日本に来られているので、ぜひその辺の話も聞きたいと思いますが、まず簡単に自己紹介。Would you give us a little bit brief self-introduction of yourself, please, Jason?
Absolutely. So, Jason Miller, I'm a former senior advisor to President Trump, where I worked for President Trump in both his 2016 and 2020 campaigns. I was also one of the founding members of the War Room, along with Steve Bannon and Raheem Kassam. So I was with the War Room impeachment, then became War Room pandemic, which obviously Steve has taken global all over the place. And following the 2020 campaign, I still worked for President Trump until leaving in the middle of 2021 to launch Getter.
先ほど私言ったようですね、このスティーブ・バノン、その人と、2018年、19年ぐらいからですね、ウォールームを立ち上げた。そして、その後トランプさんの政治アドバイザーになって、そして今回ゲターというものを立ち上げた。So, Jason, could you explain what is Getter and what is really the difference from other platform and strength and whatever difference? Can you explain that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Getter is the all-in-one free speech platform.
All-in-one.
All in one. So we have the timeline,
Mm-hmm.
the microblogging, the timeline similar to a Twitter, but we have our own short video format called Visions. But then we also have live streams. And the key difference, though, in addition to having the multiple features, is there's no political discrimination or political censorship. So whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, whether you don't care about politics at all, everybody is treated the same.
これね、非常に重要なことを言いましたね。タイムラインって言いまして、Facebook なんかもね、やってる方はお分かりだと思います。いわゆるテクスト、タイムラインでテクスト、right? テクストでこうバーッと書いて自分の意見を言う、あるいは聞く、いろいろね、送ったりいろいろできる。だけどその他にね、ビデオストリームがあるんですね。ビデオでつまり自分の好きなビデオを上げて、How long is the video can be? Is it long or short?
So with the posted videos, they're 3 minutes, or for verified accounts, we can post 10-minute videos. But live streams, those can be live broadcast for as long as you want them, essentially. To where we have.
What's the difference between those two live stream and?
So a live stream is essentially when you start broadcasting, you can go right now. So you can go live all over the planet. We also have real-time subtitling translations, and so for people at home who are maybe watching this in the United States, they can hear you talk, but then also have English subtitles to see it in real time. Or if you wanted to have real-time translation to Portuguese or to any other language, we have about a dozen languages that have real-time translating.
動画ですね、動画のアップに関してはね、3分、あるいはこのプレミアムの会員さんは5分とかね、短いやつをアップすることができる、そのプラットフォームでね、ゲッター。だけどね、ライブでこうやってやるようなやつはね、これはもう長さ関係なく、やれる。で、それでね、非常に面白いこと言いました。それに関してね、例えばね、多言語ね、言語が例えば日本語の英語にしたり、それをね、それをその言語のね、今ポルトガル語から英語にしたりとかね、それを簡単につけれる自動翻訳みたいなものもあるので、どんな国の人でも、クロスオーバー、any country people can understand through their own language、ね。
Yes.
Can you say more about Getter?
Yes, absolutely. And so, again, with it being a free speech platform, what's different is, say, with the censorship we've seen from Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, where they kick people off, or if you say the wrong thing, then they block the account or they don't let you see it. Whereas we make sure that nobody is ever kicked off for talking about their political beliefs. And we're already up to 7 million accounts globally, over 100,000 here in Japan. And we believe that our Japan base is going to keep growing very fast.
これね、非常に重要なこと。もう一つこれはですね、例えばツイッターとか、もうフェイスブック、YouTube はね、バンバンセンサーしてるわけですよ。で、これは言論の自由の、はっきり言って侵害なんですね。つまり自分の片方の意見だけはいいけど、もう一つの、例えばトランプサイド、共和党とか、こっち側の意見をね、全部否定して、いわゆる事実じゃないと削除してるわけです。これをゲッターは一度もやったことはない。レフト、左だろうが右だろうが全然もうどんなの意見も OK なんだと。これ言論の自由ですよね。Freedom of speech。The most important thing ね、それをやってるということ。だからそれをね、やってないところと比べると我々は全然そうじゃないよということをね、今強調されていて、What is the last part you mentioned about? I forgot about it.
Oh, so free speech, the no political censorship, but also we're making social media fun again. We have far less bots than Twitter, and many people when they go to Twitter, they feel negative when they're done. We make it feel like it's inviting, where it doesn't matter what your beliefs are, that you can feel good about social media being on Getter.
これね、とても面白いことを言いました。そして一番重要なのはやはり言論の自由ね。言論の自由がこの国の民主主義の原点ですから、それをこのビッグテックってとか全部ね、圧殺してる、殺しちゃってるわけですよね。自分たちと反対の意見は認めないよと。これは絶対彼らはそうしない。どちらのどういう意見でもいいんですが、重要なことはやはりそれらをね、やっぱりプロモートする側の我々自身がそっち側の人間でそっち側のことを立ち上げてやっていかなきゃいけない。こういうことだと思うんですね。So you came. Is this your first time to Japan?
First time to Japan.
Oh wow. So I know you have your right hand man and somebody already here who is promoting Japan.
We need a lot more. We need many more people. And in fact,
you said 8 million people account.
So we have over 7 million globally, but less than half are the United States, and a little more than half are around the world. But we're going to be hiring here in Japan, so we want to have more people join us. And there's a great opportunity for people who want to be a part of the team.
だからね、大体世界でね、ゲッターはね、700万のアカウントがあるんですよ。日本はまだ10万、100,000 only in Japan.
A little over 100,000 in Japan.
半分以上アメリカなんですね、アメリカでね、やっぱりアメリカのね、だからもうやっぱり英語ですからね、これしょうがない。で、それを日本でもこれからどんどん広げていきたいということで、今回来日をしています。Got it. So you have a good plan, big plan in Japan. And
so we just filed our incorporation papers, our GK. So we're now in an incorporated entity here in Japan. What this allows us to do is to start hiring people, to start doing advertising, to start doing the media promotions, different events. And we're very committed to the Japanese market, and we believe that we have a great opportunity to expand here in Japan. I think Japanese people love the free speech, love the format of Getter, but then also people are looking for a more positive experience, and many people don't feel like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and others are that positive.
これ本当にね、日本で法人化をした、そしてやっぱり彼の非常に重要なことを彼言いましたね。ツイッターとかフェイスブックとかでね、非常に広告もすごく多いし、楽しくない。だけど、ゲッターズの楽しさを、人々に楽しさを与える。こういうことが非常に重要だと。そして日本で今回法人化をしたんですね。これによりまして、日本の法人化したことで、社員を雇ったり、広告を打ったり、こういったことをどんどんプロモーション的なことをね、やれる形に今回なったので、どんどん日本で積極的に、プロモーションしていきたい。こういうことですね。So I have a question to you about a little bit away from Getter, but also you've been a political advisor for Mr. Trump, President Trump. So what do you see today's, especially like last election, November? Many even Japanese people think again Maricopa County, and what a mess! And they could not believe they blame that. Fraud, rigged. So this is really like people could not believe why, because of This is a original democratic society that came from United States. People look upon them, but what happened? That's what do you think?
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that the United States, in so many places, can't get elections right. People wondering why are they counting ballots weeks later in Arizona, in California, a number of these other states. I think there are also issues with election security. People worry that with these mail ballots, are they being safely secured? Is there opportunity for, say, fraud or abuse? I think we need to move back to more of a focus on election day voting. Although in some of the states, if we can't change it to go back to how it was before, we need to learn to beat the Democrats at their own game.
これ非常にね、これは本当に恥ずべきことであると。アメリカ人として恥ずべきこと、これだけひどい選挙システムを、ただアメリカの場合全部州によって違うわけですよね。州の中でも特にこのアリゾナ州とかいくつかの州では非常に遅い、カウントがその日に終わらない、非常に何週間も何日ももうすでに1ヶ月経ってる、まだ終わってないところもある、カリフォルニアとかね。だけどそうじゃなくて、やっぱりそれを変えていく努力もしなきゃいけないし、しかしその選挙法というものがその州にあるけれども、我々はそれをなんとか変える努力を今後も続ける。こういうことだと思うんですね。So, and also now I know we follow that very much about President Trump, and then once he made an announcement, I'm sure you were there, Mar-a-Lago, right? 彼はマララーゴでトランプさんがアナウンスをした時にもいたんですけれども、その時にね、非常にクリティシズムがね起きた。これはもうデモクラットのメインストリームメディアというところがね、なんでWhyトランプさんはあんなね、このアナウンスメントをしたんだと、それをやるっていうことを言ったおかげで、みんな共和党はね、対象する予定が勝てなかったじゃないか。So, これはね、what I think stupid argument, but President Trump made up announcement of he's going to run 2024. That's a reason why GOP, many candidates has lost.Because of that. What a stupid argument, but all the mainstream media, even Japanese mainstream media, say that. How do you think about that?
Well, President Trump didn't announce until after the election. And so for anything that happened in the election, that was beforehand. I think ultimately there are a couple...
彼がやったのはね、1週間後なんですよ、選挙のね。2週間後かな。だから全然関係ないはずだ。
And I think in the election, Democrats did a better job of identifying and turning out pro-abortion voters who are upset by the Dobbs decision to the Supreme Court.
You think so, really?
I think Democrats did a better job of identifying, targeting, and mobilizing their voters.
これは非常に重要なこと言いましたね。いわゆるね、最高裁で中絶に関して法律が一応覆されたんですね、この夏にね。それがやはり、ね、非常に影響を与えた選挙に、そして民主党はそれをね、非常にね、それに対してテイクアドバンテージって言うんですけどね、それをつまりね、有利に活用したんですね。民主党がはるかに共和党より。これによってね、エモーショナルな問題ですから、女性票特にガーッとね、民主党に流れた。これは事実であるだろう。Big wave didn't happen.
Not as big, but keep in mind, Republicans did win back the House and retired Nancy Pelosi, and Republican congressional candidates received 5 million more votes than Democrat congressional candidates. So part of it was successful. They won back the House. Did not win back the Senate. I think in a few cases we could have had some better candidates, or they could have run better campaigns. But it also goes to the fact that the U.S. is very divided. Keep in mind, in 2016, it was 77,000 votes over 6 states. In 2020, it was 44,000 votes over 3 states. It's a very close, very divided country. And I think for looking ahead to 2024, it's going to be just as close.
これね、やはりアメリカって国がね、非常に分断されちゃってるんですね。分断されてしまっている。だからそれに対してはもうすでになっちゃってるわけですけれども、彼自身はこういう分断に対してね、それを今はもうそういうことが起きちゃってる。だから、What was the first point you made? I mean,
so just how close the U.S. is as far as between Republicans and Democrats, 2016, 2020, but also the fact that Republicans won back the House and retired Nancy Pelosi.
重要なことはやっぱり下院をね、1議席だろうが何議席ひっくり返したんですよ。フリップって言いますけどね、ひっくり返す。これが一番重要。これによって、そして こう非常に大きく変わる今チャンスもある。So what do you think? Because of a Republic, it's really flip. And then now that probably Kevin McCarthy will be the leader of the House. And do you think any difference? What they're gonna do? I know they have American commitment to America and stuff. What do you see in the near future after that?
So much of the politics in the United States, the government will be divided the next 2 years. So not much will happen. Republicans will.
ほとんどね、これ完全に割れちゃってるんで、上院は民主党、下院は共和党だから、レームダックの、ホワイトハウス。だからね、ほとんど何も大きなものは動かないだろう。
Yeah, and so, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you're someone who opposed what Democrats have been doing the last 2 years, you'll be glad to know that much of that will be stopped now.
だからね、これはでもそれほど悪いことじゃない。なぜか、一つでも共和党は下院を取った。上院はね、ダメだけど、一つはひっくり返してるわけです。つまり、このままね、ホワイトハウス、上院、下院ってこの3つ取られた時より、アメリカの破壊は、それやりづらくなってる。だからなんとか今回踏みとどまったっていうかね、このひっくり返したわけですからね。これはある意味勝利なんだ。こういうことだと思うんですね。So how do you see the 2024? What's the? I know that the question I've been asking a few people. DeSantis versus Trump. People are always wanted to ask. And my opinion is somebody said that in Fox News. I agree with them. DeSantis is he proved that how strong he's good in Florida. His policy is good, and then last 4 years he did a great job. So his name is and he won very in his team won huge, but someone said that but he did not prove yet in statewide, just Florida he did. So his like a debate capability whatever is not away from Trump. Trump is way better. That's what So it's next one, 2024, is the one Trump, and he's still young, 44 or 5, right? Maybe 2028. Maybe that's good. That's a kind of I think. But how do you think about it?
So I would say similar. I think President Trump is proven on the national stage. He's been the Republican Party nominee twice for president, and when you run for president, the microscope gets much more powerful. People pick apart every detail, every flaw, every strength, and until you've done it, it's a completely different experience. I still think President Trump will be the Republican nominee, but I take Governor DeSantis very seriously. I think he's been a good governor, and if he does run against President Trump, he'll be tough.
だからね、結論から言えば、トランプさんにね、今のところ上だと思っている、自分はね、力もすべて上だと思いますが、トランプさんだけじゃなくて、ディサントスという非常に強力な対抗馬が出てきた、これはね、決してマイナスなだけじゃなくて、共和党にとってもいいこと、そしてそれらがね、もしかして、熾烈な戦いになるかもしれないけれども、それでね、それがポリティクスなんじゃないか、こういうことだと思いますね。Yeah, I think that'd be a great interview from you. And if you have something you want to say to Japanese people, you want to say, please.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having us here in Japan. It's an honor to be here. Join Getter. Go to the Apple Store, go to the Google Play Store, download Getter, join it, see what the fun is all about.
だから日本へ今回、本格的にゲタンが来ることになりました。ですからぜひ日本の皆さんとね、一層この素晴らしいプラットフォームを使ってね、一緒にエンジョイしたい。こういうふうに思ってます。Thank you so much, Jason Miller. Appreciate. Thank you. はい、両方切れました。大丈夫ですか？
Thank you. Once again, that was really good. Okay. Yes. Yeah, we want to put on Getter too. Good. Thank you. Once again, that was excellent. All right, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you all right.